Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Holly, psychic medium. Um, I will get into in just a little bit. I will start using some Oracle and Tarot decks to see what kind of reading we can get. Let's start out with what I always like to start out with is the vibe and the energy. And this is your Wednesday reading. I am filming this, of course, or recording it, more accurately, recording it Tuesday afternoon, or actually, we're moving into evening. And so I don't know why that's important. It just felt like it was important. I am tapping into the energy of Wednesday, though, and I am freezing. It's gotten really chilly here. And so if you hear a little bit, it might be the heat kicking on. If you hear a fan, that's what it is. It's the heat kicking on the HVAC. So what is the vibe? Okay. So two things. Okay, there are two things. So today there was this energy of put on something colorful. There was this energy of find your fire. There's this energy of, you know what, it's your life. You take hold of it and do what you want to do with it. And I feel like that is the energy leading into and what will be the energy for Wednesday. So for today, when you're watching this, if you're watching this on Wednesday, which should be October 16th, I think. So anyway, I think, anyway, I don't know about the date, but anyway, so I knew as soon as I saw it, this is the mug, this is the energy. So it's not just that find your fire, live your life. And what I'm hearing more specifically is live passionately. If you have a passion for cooking, if you have a passion for design of any kind, if you love a certain color and you just need that color in your life, if you're renting, I know you might have to get permission of the landlord, but if you have a home of your own, then you know what? Get the paint the wall, paint the room, whatever you got to do. Or wear it on your body. Wear a color that you love. It's important to find what is your passion and what drives you. As soon as you find that, that's when all other things start to fall into place in your life. So yeah, my iridescent opalescent mug with this beautiful, beautiful saying, faith. What is it? I just said it's beautiful. I'm like, what is it? Faith, hope, and love. I couldn't remember the order. Faith, hope, and love. And that is what we are holding on to. Love of self, love of all that is, creator of all things, love of environment, love of our fellow humans, and always having hope. Love, faith, and hope. Well, I just reversed it, but you know. So anyway, that is the message, and that is going to be the vibe. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be also an added part of that. There's going to be a groundedness, and it's almost like a coming into your own, all the pieces clicking into place kind of thing. Once you see yourself as complete and entirely complete in yourself first, before you are anything else to anyone else, whether it's family, friends, partner, kids, whatever, your work, when you see yourself as an entirely whole and complete individual. This is an odd way to put it, but I'm hearing that is when grace is bestowed. That's when I'm going to take that. I don't know what that means. I'll be honest. Maybe it means something to someone out there, but what it feels like it means is that's when the manifestation process begins. Now, I have kind of a love-hate thing with the law of attraction because I think to a degree it almost sounds like victim blaming. And I am not into that. I am into empowering, and I am also a believer in sometimes bad things happen to good people. But it's what it's how we respond and how we pick ourselves up and saying, I'm not accepting that, and we get on with our lives for ourselves. And sometimes it can take a long time to do that. But to tell someone you're not successful enough or you don't have this or that, it's because you just didn't think about it or want it enough. Well, that's just insulting. And I don't buy into that. And I hope that's never how I come across. I want this to be about you in your life. No matter what you do or don't have, who you do or don't have, you are enough within your own life and within your own heart. Okay? And that light is because one of my cats just flipped the curtains up and decided to run behind so we could take a peek outside. All right. I am so cold, and this is nice and warm, so I'm going to take a quick drink, okay? Yeah, I'm so cold, I'm even shaking. Freezing. All right. You know what? I use these for the Tuesday reading, but I want to use, I'm being drawn to them again. The Golden Wheel Tarot. So, and hopefully the sound is a little better today. I moved the microphone back over where I had it before. I think it might have been too far away or was getting too muffled. It just, when I went back and tried to listen to a little bit of it, it just sounded odd, you know? So, hopefully this is better. Okay. There was a card that was, it almost has like a magnetic pull where I have to pick it up. So, I have one card now. One more time, okay. All right. Let's see what we've got. Father God, Spirit Guides, and Guardians, beloved elementals, thank you. What is the message for the collective today? What is the message for the collective today? I just keep hearing it. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. This is a funny card, Two of Wands. These two rams butting heads. Is that part of this reading? Yes, it is. I didn't think it was, but they're saying yes, it is. All right, I will put that off to the side. Let me pick up the one that did the acrobatics off to the side. Okay, the Five of Cups. All right, and the first one was I didn't show you guys. It's the world. So we have the world coming into completion. And when I see this, I think of the fates, the ones who spin, weave, and then cut the line. Meaning basically it's a beginning and an ending. But we have the fates, we have the world. I'm intent on calling that the fates. And then this one came out, the Five of Cups. And notice the tones. This one is bright and warm, but moves into this, that then leads into this with the same coloration. So there is an ending of sorts, but I think it is an ending perhaps of it could be a literal ending of, I'm not talking about a life. I'm talking about an ending of a situation. It could be the end of a situation, but I feel like what I'm getting in this instance, this is the end of a mindset. This is an end of a way of looking at things, and it has to do with the heart because, well, cups usually are always emotion, but I feel like this is someone who's going to stop they've come full circle, they've experienced all the emotions, they have ridden the highs and the lows, but they are moving into a place of rest and peace within themselves, and they are saying enough. And then we have this. The Two of Wands. Two of Wands. And these rams ramming each other in the head. I feel like it was a no-win situation. So something had to come to an end because this was not healthy. Okay, I know that's a very simplistic way of looking at this, but that's what I'm getting. There is a shift in mindset. There is a shift in mindset. Okay. What happens after the mindset and the unhealthy patterns or habits have stopped? Unhealthy patterns or habits. That's what I think that is. I don't think it's about a person. I don't think it's about a situation necessarily, but I think it's something more personal than that. So I feel like this is about a mindset that changes an unhealthy habit. And the Seven of Wands. Yeah. You are going to stand firm. People might try to drag you back into a way of life, but you're not going to do it. You are going to stand firm. You're going to protect your space, protect your home. I just heard livelihood for some of you. And you are going to say enough is enough. I'm not going to be manipulated or led by other people. And then on the bottom, we have the Page of Cups. So we come back around, and then the Nine of Cups. All right. I'm not going to use these two, but I think it's helpful to know there is light at the end of this tunnel. But first, you've come full circle. You've experienced all the highs and the lows. You are moving into a place of acknowledgement that something needs to change. And what needs to change? An unhealthy habit or pattern. And you have decided no one is going to drag me back into that lifestyle. No one is going to drag me back into that world. Now, this isn't for everyone. It's a general reading. Whomever this is for, that takes a phenomenal amount of strength. And that usually means you have to let some people go who do want to drag you back in to a negative situation. Okay? Kind of like, this is the example I'm hearing. It's like if you're an alcoholic, you don't go hang out at a bar. Okay? If it doesn't have to be a substance that is the unhealthy pattern. It could be an emotional attachment style. It could be staying up too late, not sleeping even. I mean, anything. But whatever it is, whatever this unhealthy attachment or unhealthy thing is that is causing you physical and emotional distress, that you have realized is changing the way you look at yourself and your future in an unhealthy way. So you are reclaiming who you are. This is a positive read for someone. It's a lot of work and it's hard, but you have done it. And I feel like you are, even just changing the mindset is the first step of saying enough is enough. So good for you. Good for you. All right, they're saying what I'm getting is I need to look at this from the perspective of the Rider-Waite deck. So let's take a look at the Rider-Waite deck for any clarification about this. Okay. All right, see, that was enough. All right. Clarification on this reading. Clarification on this reading, please. I'm going to leave it at that because I don't know what to ask. So clarification on this reading. Clarification on this reading for this person who is eliminating an unhealthy pattern or lifestyle choice. Okay, I'm going to show you the card on the bottom of the deck. Oh, I need to cover them up. All right. They were naked. Yeah. So it's the Lovers. So for some of you, it could be that there was almost an addictive personality type toward another person. Or there could have been, but yeah, I think that's it. Either physically, emotionally, or both. But there was some sort of emotionally addictive place that was not healthy. Okay. Yes. So the death card. This means there is an ending that had to happen in order for you to find peace and release. Choices. 7 of Cups. Once you get over and heal, I don't know if we ever truly get over. I think it's possible to get past the hurt, but then there's a certain amount of shame and embarrassment of, oh my gosh, I can't believe. Once you get to that point, you have healed from that person. I promise you, that's what that means. Take it that way, and don't ever be embarrassed that you loved that deeply, okay? Even though it may feel like an unhealthy attachment and an addictive type of relationship, and it could have been, but if you're at the point where you're thinking, what was I thinking? Congratulations. That means you've moved on from it. Okay? That has to happen before you can have choices in your life with anything else. And remember, this is not about a lost love. This is not about a lost relationship. This is about the loss of an unhealthy lifestyle and addictive pattern or habit. I feel like this is someone who is intentionally stringing you along, gaslighting you, breadcrumbing you, love bombing you, however, all of the above. And so it wasn't, that was the addictive part of it, because you were constantly trying to prove that you were enough. And I think that goes back to the first message. You are enough. Ace of Pentacles. So once you do, oh, wow. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. So once you make peace with that was a mirage. You were infatuated, in love, addicted to a mirage. Or it could have been a different, like maybe it was spending too much. Maybe it was whatever. It doesn't have to be a person, but just that Lover's card kind of, you felt like it was a passionate situation and it wasn't. But when you get to that point of resolution within yourself, with the situation, and again, I know it's not funny, but it is funny. I mean, I think we've all been there where we're just like, I can't believe I thought that person was, better than sliced bread. How can anybody be better than bread? Okay? I mean, bread is just good. But anyway, I guess there's some. But anyway. But you won't have any choices in your future until you get to that point, and you can, and I hope you can laugh about it once you get to that point of saying, what was I thinking? You were thinking you were letting your heart lead you into whatever it was that you wanted. I feel like for someone it was collecting things. So if you collected things, but it got out of control and out of hand, it's time to start giving some of those things away. You could sell some, but I feel like also it's giving them away to a degree. Now you do what you want to do. This is a general reading. Just remember that. But also the thing that's really jumping out at me are the flowers on the bottom. So they look like lilies of peace. And so you're going to reclaim your status as someone who is independent, a free thinker. You will have options in front of you, and you're going to find that you're going to be more prosperous once you can cut the ties and the cords with whatever this addictive or difficult or unhealthy lifestyle pattern or choice happen to be, whether it's a person or a thing or whatever. All All right. I know that's kind of hard because it is, and I'm making light of it, and but I'm really not trying to make light of it. I know how difficult that is. Many, not just years, like going back decades. I know I was in a situation like that, and I just thought life would never be the same, and it wasn't. It was better. You want someone who is not going to lie to you and feed you a line, So it's going to be okay. Still not this one. Still not this deck. Okay. So, all right. Let's take a look. And not this one. Okay. All right, Spirit. All right. What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? Pulp Tarot. Okay. So, we are going to look at the Pulp Tarot. This is I like to call it the Tough Love deck. But, I am still cold. It is freezing in here. I got to turn the heat up, I think. I'm also hungry. But I hope you all are well. I hope you all are doing okay. I really do. It's, I want the best for everybody, but one person. And so just hold on to faith, hope, and love. I guess it doesn't matter what order you put those words in. It's all kind of the same in the end. What is the message you have for the collective? Well, this is something. This is the one we had the other day. You've had this twice. This makes the third time it's come up. But it's a different meaning this time. Yeah. Page of Pentacles. Embarking on a new adventure. Getting dressed up in your finest and going on a new adventure. See, every time it's different. So this is someone who I feel like is getting a new lease on life. Getting a new lease on life and deciding this is my life. So I'm going to live it fully and embrace all of it that I can. So even though someone is ending an addictive habit, lifestyle, whatever kind of choice it is. Okay, they said enough shuffle like that. Just wait. Okay. What I'm picking up on this is that this is your new start. That's a pretty darn good start. There is no rush. She's not in a tracksuit and tennis shoes. She is dressed to the nines, but she's confident because she has established herself and decided she can do it. Now, don't let this throw you. Is that the 9? Yeah. The 9 of Swords. Yeah. What I'm hearing is the dog days, the dark days, whatever you want to call them, they are over. This is not who you are any longer. If you hold on too tightly to what you think you want, then you won't find what you need. And sometimes wow, it just started pouring rain too. I can hear it. All right, so what I'm hearing is try something new. Get out of that old habit, that old rut, that old way of doing things. Look at things with fresh eyes and a new perspective. Because if you're embarking on this energy, but then you go right back, and you're over the sleepless nights, but you go right back to the old thing. That's not healthy either. So what do you suggest? All right, Spirit, what do you suggest for this person? If they're kind of lost, because I feel like there's a feeling of being lost. If they feel lost because they have had to give up a lot of things, because, well, my word. Okay, there's no mistaking that. They went flying across the table here and face up. So if someone is feeling kind of lost and not sure what to do next, but you've got this energy of this really put together individual, you're not going to have any more sleepless nights about it, but there is a caution. Think about what it is you really want and need, and sometimes they are the same things and sometimes they are not. Oh, these are lovely. Yeah. It's a ticker tape parade. I know this card can have a lot of different meanings, but the way I take this in this deck is one of victory. You overcome. You overcome fear of not having enough, fear of not being enough, fear of always going back to the old ways of doing things. And you know what? You try something new because you've got nothing to lose, but according to this, you have everything to gain. And the Page of Wands. I'm going to hold on to that one for just a minute because you eventually move into the Queen of Pentacles. And look, she's still holding out that coin. But now look at her. She is an otherworldly goddess. So male or female. But look at this. So you have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Now, this is a very sharply dressed, classic, and very structured person. And kind of about appearances. But then you move into your passion. You find your passion. You find your fire. And then all of a sudden, the hair comes down. And you're like, watch me now. And you end up the Queen of Pentacles. Steady, established, stable. I am good at combining the words this week. I don't know what's going on with me, but it's making sense in my head. I hope I'm expressing it correctly. Once you release, let me just go back to the beginning of it and we'll try to make sense of this. So once you release, acknowledge and release an unhealthy pattern or lifestyle. Once you become strong, fortified, and protect yourself from being drugged back into some old ways of living, being, or thinking, and you change your mindset, then your options, choices open up. And yes, some will drift away from you, but that's a good thing. You will eventually say, what was I thinking? And then you know. You're not going to have those sleepless, restless nights any longer. You're not going to worry about what people say or think. You're not going to worry about what people do because you know you are just that good that you can handle anything. And you don't have to handle anything because there's no need. That was the past, and it's a long ago past by the time that you realize, I don't need that, and I don't want that. It has no hold over me any longer. Whatever it is. And then you are going to move into that awareness of, oh my gosh, this is my life and it's an adventure. And you're going to be very well put together and all zipped up and ready to go. But then you're still going to possibly have some self-doubt. But then once you let that go, I know it's a lot of letting go. That's why you have to have faith, hope, and love in yourself first and foremost. But when you do that, you find your passion. You find your passion. And just like at the very beginning of this reading that feels like it was a million years ago now, it really does feel like there's been a lot that happened from beginning to end. When you find your passion, and it could be just, it doesn't have to be something big and grand like you're finding a cure for cancer and you're doing a bunch of research. It might be, yay, but it might just be you have a passion for jam, for making jam, or you have a passion for making your home a cozy, warm, wonderful place. And it could be one room, or it could be a huge house, but whatever it is, it's yours. That could be your passion. Your passion could be going out and working with groups of people. Your passion could be working for FEMA and going out and helping, clean up disaster sites. Whatever it is. And hopefully no one is shooting at you. I don't know if y'all heard about that. Just ridiculous. But anyway, clean it up, people, man. Stop being mean. That's to these awful people doing awful things. But anyway, once you find your passion, then you let your hair down and you are so in your glory that you become the Queen of Pentacles. You become the epitome of stable, solid energy, and you decide what does or doesn't come into your life. That didn't start out feeling very good, but it sure feels good now. All right. I think that's going to be it, you all. Happy Wednesday. Happy middle of the week. So I'm sending you all kinds of love and gratitude. If you were so inclined and you're still here, subscribe to the channel and like the video if you would. And if not, that's okay too. There's enough for everybody and enough to go around. So I am sending you love and light, and I am so grateful for all the perfect souls out there and everybody just trying to do the right thing for yourselves and others. All right. We'll talk later. I got to go warm up and eat. Bye.